Gotta love the European time zone updates. I just wake up for free things. Always a fucking pleasure. Unrelated, Doom Tower reset finally. So, you know, we have a new climb to climb. 2 times is now on Dragon instead of Spider. We finished 8th in the champ training, apparently. Just from, you know, living our life. So, I take gems. Thank you, gems. And let's... Oh god. Oh shit. I have 200 multi-battles that are going to expire in like a couple days. The guaranteed event is for the Fusion's partner, Alscore, so Jetney's partner. Don't care. Also not Sacreds, it's Ancients. Summon Rush active, don't care. Artifact Enhancement, kind of care. Champ Training, don't care. Doom Tower's on Dark Fae rotation, so we could blow through that pretty easily. We still should do hard first, just because we should. This is my new team. I think I'm replacing Snick Track with Artak, and everything else should just be a-okay. Epic only side room. It's one of the real easy ones, actually. Typically for me. The only problem is my damage normally is kind of wanky, but yeah, this is a good team. We've got nice defenses, nice CC, some decent damage from Vino and Siege Hulk. Should be represented appropriately. And they should be fast enough also, which is good. We got the block buffs, we got the cleanses. Yeah, this is a nice little team. The only thing is we don't have a Reser. And my Shatterbones, apparently, is built like a wet nude. But, you know, he is made to CC. So as long as he's appropriately protected, he's dead. Honestly, the other 4 can probably just handle this, no problem. Kind of wish I put in a Reser, but it's like a great single target reviver in the Gaellen Pact. Not like we have Horpheries. And that might be it. Revive team. There's Legos. Oh, Tagore. Tagore I forgot about. Revive target. Revive random. Oh yeah, Broadmaw's not bad actually. No. And Old Man York technically has a revive. Horfreeze is the meh option. Oh, Yellow Grinna. I almost forgot about her. Tagore is the guy I probably would want to get. I think he has the better of the kits, if anything. Increased speed with a heal, revive, and a shield. Broadmaw is still pretty solid. Increased crit rate, minor speed fill. 2 randoms with block damage. It's on a shorter cooldown too. 25% HP is kind of pathetic. Tagore does revives all with 30, and then a shield for 2 turns with his life. Anyway, they're chugging along. Could have put in the Broadmaw. I don't think she's 60 though. There's a lot of champions I have to start working on for getting to 60 and doing masteries. So, it's a process. It's always good to get new champions, but you know, building them out takes some decent time, so it's all part of the adventure. 60 fragments for Thea. Very exciting. You know, hard to touch on those things we want to soft focus on, because getting these secret rooms down is so important. Because after Thea, I have Euros, right? That sucks. But after Euros, there is the 3 Gaellen units in a row. We will have, eventually, Gomlock Skyhide, who is a very rare source of decreased defense and weaken, along with having just an interesting kill together. We will have Varl the Destroyer, who also has a very interesting kit. Ignoring things, placing decreased things. Very, very cool. And after that, we have the most desired, which is Basatha. Now, this Lego actually has a super wild kit. Strengthen continuous heal on a 3-turn cooldown. And also shield buff if they're under CCs, which is interesting. 100% AoE stun and decreased Terminator. This is so rare in the Gaellen Pact. Not to mention his passive is an anti-sleep buff, or anti-revive buff, that puts things on sleep. Can't be resisted or blocked. Meaning that when the enemy's rezzing people, it's putting them, and stun, not sleep. So very, very good for Arena even. And Doom Tower waves. We look forward to getting him. The other guys, thankfully, aren't Gaellen. So these secret rooms in Doom Tower are very important. First up is Bommel. No problem with the first Bommel, I don't think. should be a kind of a piss walk. The Rat King does insane damage to Bommel. We do have to deal with the contention of a lot of, well, bombs, but typically I could just kind of power through. We'll see what happens. If I have to maybe put him in with just Pythion or something, we'll try that, but we'll mix around. There's the bombs. Should do huge damage. The concern is that every time I'm decreasing turn meter, he's going to get an extra bomb. But you can see the damage that goes on him is pretty substantial. Boy, there's just so many bombs out on my team already. Most likely someone's going to die. And I think there's a way around this between rezzing, typically. Let's find out if I could somehow res people and get them back up. Okay, he shat the bed. That's understandable. Let's try putting in just these three. And see if these three could survive. It's, I think Snick Track solos, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure. We'll try, we'll put him in, we'll see what happens. If not, my Torture Helm I used to solo Sand Devil will probably be enough to solo this. It just might take a minute to get past the waves. So I might put someone in like Fuchon and then the Rat plus Torture Helm to kind of like make it work. But we'll see what happens. I'm curious to say the least. You can see the extra bombs going out because of the decreasing of the turn meter. It's kind of problematic. Okay, so I forgot to put in I should have put in 2 people of trash just to give him more speed buffs. But we'll just kind of let it rock and see what happens. I may have underestimated the waves potentially, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. He's going. Look at him go. He's the little boy's going. He's the little man that could. Torture Helm's really funny. Having an actual built Torture Helm is actually really fucking funny. Like if one bomb pops and kills him, that's a problem, obviously. But it looks like he's actually good enough to survive. I don't know. I'm going to tab out and we'll come back. Oh, never mind. He's failed. Okay, so that answers a question. But what is that question? Well, I can get 2 more people in there. And those 2 extra deaths should be good because that gives some more stats. Lets him do his thing more. Okay, there's too many bombs being put out. Which is a problemo. But yeah, I don't know. Snick Track's gonna die. That's without question. Okay, so now we're down to this. No speed lead, but he does have extra life. That doesn't really help though, does it? No, I guess he comes back with more life. He's also got 2 more corpses to gobble up. But we'll see what happens. I'm not super confident. Yeah. All right, let's try Fuchon plus him. Let's try to get him going faster. More kills, more speed. I don't know. I'm noodling, but, you know. Look at him go. Look at the boy go. Well, he's taking almost 3-to-1 turns now. He's just going, buddy. He's just kind of going. Barely staying alive, though. Barely. He's like the little engine that could. Look at him go. His A2 actually fucking clocks, though. He's hitting like 60 Ks on crits. Oh, he's so close. Finish it. Close the deal. Oh my god, he's God. Torture Helm, man. Torture Helm comes in with the soul of Bommel. So like, imagine if we had Miracle Heal, right? Which is extra life. You know, chance to restore max health, which helps not for this, but for Sand Devil's huge. But the actual stats are pretty massive, like extra to epics, extra res. Show me more Sacred Shards. Sacred Shards and books is what I need now. Since we're, you know, back on the book grind, basically. I'm low on Lego books once more. Down to like 4 or 5. So the amount of Lego books is well received, pretty much. Hey, Vorchard. Alright, finally have a Torture Helm soul in the stash. So we're for sure buying that. Have to get 7 more of these little boys. Or 3 more? 4 more? Sorry. This, we can awaken him with the soul and give him Miracle Heal. And it should make a difference. But more importantly, in the Soul Merchant now, we'll be able to find subsequent upgraded Torture Helm souls. And the value of them, I think it's 20, then 40, then 100. Looking for the 41 eventually, but this is my shards currently. I realized as Clan Quest resetting tomorrow, we took this get an epic when I was pulling 18 voids, thinking how could I not get an epic void, but I didn't, right? But I don't want to be an asshole who takes a Clan Quest and doesn't finish it, you know? Only real shitheads, you know, do that, as I mock all the people in my guild. Who didn't finish it easy? Anybody? Alright, good. So, I'm gonna pull my four voids, and we're gonna hope that I get an epic, at the very least. I could kind of track my mercy here. I'm at 22. I'm in epic mercy. So we should hit an epic. I just don't want to be a piece of shit who doesn't finish their clan quest. Alright, hopefully I don't get milked for all 4, and if I do, maybe we'll actually get an epic we need. Alright, there's the chance. 2, oh boy. 3, coming up. And, come on. Let's not be that piece of shit. Number 4. Wow, alright. Well, that's interesting. So we're at 26, and this is at 34. So 26 is over mercy. Void, epic, 20 after, 2 over, 4 over, so 8. So we're at 10% chance currently to pull an epic. But I paid my dues, you know? I feel like I paid my dues. Clan quest reset tonight. And the only way I can get a void is if I could complete this room, which is really not easy. I think I can do it with this team. If I look at team setup, I don't think I've gotten a team for Dark Fae. The problem is I have to manual all of it, which is standard, and a lot of counterattack jewelry on my team, and the my Rat King, and much like the opposing Rat King, will be in Swift Parry, so that is of a concern. This is going to hit. So, but I think there's a world here where we get out of this victorious, potentially, but it's going to be a close one. Alright, so here's the shitty part. So my rabbit's going to go, their rabbit's going to go. That's how that's going to happen. The rabbit's going to go before us. Boom. Get started getting counterattack. Okay, here's the part that sucks. And, moment of truth, Swift Parry did proc. I have any way of preventing that fucker from railing me. Nope. Oh, he died there. Alright, now we're entering DPS race mode. Everyone's got bombs, though, and I have no way of cleansing. This is gonna fucking suck. Feared. 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 Wow, the RNG is feared. We just lost 4 50-50s in a row. Is that what they're gonna lead me to believe? In what world? So I think I can do this. This is just going to be some ridiculous level of RNG. Maybe I'll just keep autoing and hope it just kind of works eventually. That feels like a terrible idea in itself. Alright, the guaranteed true fears are out. That's what it feels like. Got some good damage on, actually. What can I do with it? Okay, we're going to get some good damage here too, actually. And let's see what happens here. I want to put the HP burn back. Oh no, he's full. So we're just going to A1. Boom. Counterattacks. We're actually doing okay here. Yorg's gonna die, but that's expected, to be fair. Need a Brimstone, man. Get the burn on there. Boom, big hit. Decreased defense, big hit. Let's get our boys rocking and rolling. He is not close to cap, but he's close to cap. 1 bomb. Detonate the bomb. That's actually okay that this happened. We have so many AoEs. This is a lot of dot damage on him currently. Razzlevarg is actually hitting and going and hitting and going. Boom. Extend the durations. I'm not sure how low our attack is or how much damage he can take, but he seems nigh invincible. That might be enough dot damage after this right here. And I'm pretty sure she's dead. Yes, she is. Alright. Dark Fae complete. Wow, that was a strenuous one. Artak goaded. Razzlevarg goaded. Siege Hulk, God bless, you're built like paper mache. One more void. Can I fulfill the prophecy? Can I get an epic? Possibly, and not be a shitter to my clan. He's a shitter. Well, you can't say I didn't try. I did pull 5 voids to try to not be a piece of shit, but it turns out still a piece of shit. Currently we're on an event for a anniversary thing, but long story short, it's like artifact enhancement, but shittier. So I've just been going through my gear, and anytime I have like a speed crit rate type thing, I just kind of do this, and if it's shit, I sell. So the way I've been searching through it, I've been just throwing an event for this like anniversary thing. It's like a path event. So I've been basically rolling gear and checking if it has shit substats, but it has a good one, and I hit all of them, then I sell, etc., etc. So what I've been basically going through is showing 5 and 6 star primary high HP attack defense, kind of things you don't want if they have flat stats in configurations, and selling them. So this one has this like shit attack, shit defense. You would never want flat attack, flat defense, right? So I typically roll check them to 12, see if I get triple speed, no triple speed, or triple whatever stat. Even if it had triple res, I might have kept that. And then I kind of move on. So this one actually is kind of irredeemable, so I probably just sell that one straight up. This one also pretty dog water. All right, so that one's also probably gone. Bing. And this one has double speed, so we keep that, you know. So I do different combinations of these. See what we hit. Flat defense, scaling high, but like also has speed low, crit rate low, crit damage low. So it should show things that really don't have a lot of those stuff. Unfortunately, hide fully work doesn't help for this. But I check things that don't already have inner workings, right? So if this hit double crit rate, I would have kept it, for example. But it didn't. So we're going to sell that off. Then on to the next unupgraded one. That one's pretty just terrible. That one has some good stats. Some say I'm pretty frugal about my gear, but when it comes to like what I keep, that's not the right word. Maybe like too aggressive with what I sell is a better way to describe it. But I kind of agree, but I have obviously less champions to build, so I want them to be built better than most. Like, yes, this is a 5-star mythic speed boot, but it has such terrible stats if this doesn't hit something insane, which it didn't. It's pretty much out of here. In the middle of fighting clan boss, I figured it'd be a perfect time to talk about the upcoming fragment. So on June 6th, I believe. Yeah, June 6th, or June 8th, sorry. Thursday, June 8th, they have an upcoming fragment for a new legendary that will be a skinwalker. She seems pretty mediocre overall. She serves a purpose that the game currently doesn't really need, which is fine. We're definitely going to get her. But let's briefly go over what she does. So, Great Hoof Lorica. She's a legendary skinwalker support spirit. Double hit A1, 50% chance to steal a buff to okay A1, I guess. A2. It's kind of her best ability, maybe second best ability. 3-turn cooldown, decrease res, which is an interesting thing. And then a little Terminator fill on herself for each one place. But like, you know, think of it from like a Hydra perspective. Puts decrease res in the Hydra, fills her own Terminator by 40%, cycling pretty fast. But again, decrease res is a bit of a meme on an ability that can be resisted, because you can't exactly build her with decrease res in mind. So you still need the accuracy to place her own buff to make your team able to have less accuracy. And you could still weak hit. So it's like, I don't know the point of that. This is a pretty good ability though. 3-turn cooldown, block and debuff for 2 turns with a turn meter fill. There's not many turn meter fills in the Gaellen Pact, which is very interesting. The problem is, it's be very cool for things like, you know, clan boss, but you can't really speed tune her because of her passive, which says there's a 5% turn meter fill each time an ally buff is removed, transferred, stolen, or expired. So that causes issues. But yeah, that's your kit. I'll get her. I won't build her for a while, but there is not to get her. The only annoying thing is you probably will have to maybe pull some shards to get some fragments, but we'll kind of see how it goes. So Hydra is a weekly event, and we as a clan should be killing every single week, normal and hard. We weren't. I yelled at everyone in the clan. Now we killed normal and hard twice. I still have to make a team that could do normal more efficiently, because as it stands, I was unable to get the top chest on one of my normal chests, which is for me unacceptable. Means also can't get 1 to 2 soul stones. But for hard, I was able to top chest. Although I do have to double check what exactly, that's a nice piece, what exactly I need to do to make my team a little bit better in certain places. So it's a process we're working towards. But the soul stones raining down is much appreciated. So like for this rotation, I'll have to run Hydra on the team I ran last time, which is an R-Tac team. This one, not sure what I have to change, but I may have to adjust some things slightly, but we'll figure it out. Having the second big pig is going to be huge. Before that, I do have 5 soul stones thanks to Hydra. Still keeping on these. I think I want to actually, I have to pull a big pig. So we're probably going to take, let me just double check my champions. Who has 2 stars? Krisk has 2 stars, Python has 1, Razzlevarg has 1. I don't really care so much about Razzlevarg. Maybe I care less about Python. Take off Pythons, let's put on big pigs. I haven't actually hit anyone on my wish list in like a very long time, which is kind of a meme. Haven't hit like a big Lego either in a very long time, which is also a meme. But, you know, soul stones are like so hit and miss. Cool, Erector's Wrath. I'd love to get a nice juicy Lego for someone I need though, but it's hard. Also not having Iron Twins on a real farm is also very hard, so, you know, it is what it is. Currently we are still in Operation Struggle when it comes to like Iron Twins, but we do our best. What do I have for merchants? I have 2 little nuggets, yeah, so I can't even spend it. Big Pig isn't booked, but he is built to a degree, so we're probably going to Lego book. We'll probably just toss our Lego books in Big Pig right now. I can't imagine getting someone I'd want to build more, to be blatantly honest. Hopefully it fills out some ability. That may have maxed out the A2. No, just missing a little bit. Well, what are you going to do? There's no wrong answer here, honestly, but yeah. All books are good books. 4 more Lego books for him, and he'll be fine. Let's put in my main team in Hydra and see where we get to. I haven't actually tried yet, so we're just going to put in our normal Hydra team and kind of just see where they go. I'll check back in when they're done. Alright, Hydra's going good. Little downside happened. I'm not sure if this is normal, but both of my DPS, well, sorry, R-Tac, my main DPS, was eaten first. I don't know if it matters. I don't think it does. I'm still going to do 21 mil. I do just find it funny that that did happen. And this is the second time I've run this, and both times R-Tac was eaten first. So, I don't know if they always just gobble up the head that, or gobble up the person that does the most damage, but that seems to be the thing that happened both times. We're about to break this left head, though. If we can, we'll get a bunch more damage, but yeah, it's going good. You know, this Hydra team I currently have, I don't think really can do under 21 mil, and we had a good rotation last time. This is a little harder rotation for some people, but it seems to be going perfectly fine. That left head again is about to go down, and when it does, we get a chunk more damage. So, one thing also to know is if you do land a head kill right as the Terminator's resetting, you actually lose a bunch of damage because it ticks down once more. So technically you want to kill the head right as this Terminator just reset. It's a little neat trick, but it doesn't really matter too much. We're ending the run as is. But yeah, 21 mil, no problem. Top chesting again. This is again with R-Tac being eaten really early on and me not being able to pop him out, unfortunately. So, I still have to work on the second team, which is the most important thing for me. And the biggest concern is getting to that 6 mil with the second team. So we'll have to figure that one out now. Ended at 26 mil again. R-Tac did 8, and he got eaten so early on. So, I don't know if it really is just RNG, but that's an easy top chest hard. If we actually take a look real quick at what top chest is, it is 20.4. So, I have to work on normal now, and let's toss in what I think I had as an Hydra team 2. Apparently didn't have Razzlevarg. I don't know why Razzlevarg was in none of my teams, but we're going to work on that. Probably take out Siege Hulk, put in Razzlevarg. Probably take out Duke, and put in Uko, our second big pig, and see if this works any better. Team no damage, though. Unfortunately, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do for damage here, but we'll... Okay, so first attempt was 4 mil. We could identify who didn't really do a good job from this. Razzlevarg did, like, all the damage. Vino did okay damage. There's no reason not to free regroup here. We're going to. What can we do? What can we do to change our damage output here? We actually don't have Smite. We don't have Smite. My Fushan can get Smite. I don't particularly care about Polymorph. Costs me gems. Who has Smite that I could put in? Gerda. Gerda has Smite, actually, and she's fully built. Smite is kind of crazy for Hydra. That's why I'm trying to think. We take out... Similar role. We take out her and put in Gerda. And we set Gerda to cleanse and then poison, or she has the poison weaken. I think it's okay. We'll just leave her default things. And the rest is kind of history. Well, we typically want the rabbit to keep the speed up. That Fushan is like not very good then. I could put in Razin instead. Razin's also good. If we put in Razin, most of his abilities don't really work. Bog Down works actually though. It's a priority. We want to put the rabbit, then Razin. That gives us 2 smites. We want the rabbit to always a 2, a 3, then a 2. We want Razin to always bog down first. Okay, let's try Hydra Team 2 here. Worst case scenario, we hop back to the team. We already know they did 4 mil, so we'll come back when it's happening. Well, this one went significantly worse. I don't know if it's because of the comp or it's just RNG. Like Razelvarg did half the damage, right? Razin did similar damage that Fushan did, but nobody survived. So I don't know if Gerda's not the answer. Let's take Gerda out and put Uko back in and see if Razin's a good replacement for Fushan, and then run it like this. It could have just been an RNG thing. I don't really know. So we'll just kind of check back in whenever... Okay, this team worked way better. Razin's Brimstone Smite did tons of damage. Everyone stayed alive longer. Am I under attack? Jesus Christ. I'm half tabbed out in RuneScape. Anyway, yeah, this team was great. This team was great. So this is... Which is... I can hear RuneScape in the background. This is all part of the experience. So this is actually superb. Top-chested, normal, top-chested, hard. And this is probably where it's going to be for months. Months and months and months. Because the next play is working on Brutal. And Brutal, not to make a pun, but Brutal is brutal. And yes, we'll basically be shifting teams up. Like my normal team will work on hard, my hard will work on Brutal. But... need better gear, need better champs, need better so it's like, yeah, it's gonna be a hot minute, but either way, we have, you know, mission accomplished. We're now double chesting Hydra, top chesting. Floor 60 today is Scarab Lord King, so which is, you know, the easiest for me of all the things. I don't remember who I even put in. It doesn't think it even matters. I just throw in, you know, the boy, but I could put in just any amount of DPS plus Skull Lord, and they'll just get there, and everyone will die, and then he'll succeed, and it's just, yeah, easy peasy. One more Brimstone proc. Take a turn, you bitch. Do it. Nope. No Brimstone proc. Come on. Nope. Alright. 8 more turns. Crazy, like, all the damage comes from Brimstone from this, but that's fine. Gets there eventually. Little boy that could. There we go. Alright, Void Shard. So we just auto climbed up to 79. I don't know if I mentioned it, but we did 70, which was Griffin. I just sent it in once and it full auto, no problem. I don't know if the affinity didn't change, but yeah, I had no problem doing Griffin. So now we're on Dark Fae. I don't remember what the fuck team I used last time for Dark Fae. This one. Okay. Rabbit, Rat, Artax, Siege, and Yorg. This should be interesting. Rabbit, Rat, Artax, Siege, and Yorg. Is this like is this actually my Dark Fae team? I could try to call it that. I have to full auto, for obvious reasons. Okay. Well, I can do this, it's just... It's the RNG of this fight is gonna fucking ruin me. I love how Dark Fae is literally just that first turn RNG, and if you can't get through that, you just have such a fucking hard time. Okay. Round 7. Get some good counterattacks here. Good. They cut. How the hell did they cut? Oh my... I don't understand. Dude, how the fuck did they cut? I have finished booking the second Big Pig. I now have officially have two Big Pigs that are all pigged out. There's Uko 1, Uko 2. Uko 2 will be used in tag team, but also Hydra reset. I just did a hard, it's very, very bad rotation. Still made it across the finish line of what would be 20.4. I got 20.7, but this normal team I'm having issues with. This is what I typically run, right? This is my standardized normal team. Just having issues this time around. I don't know what the solution is, if any, but we're just going to keep on keeping on. Probably manual if I had to and make it, but typically just going to click on the angry redhead because he's the one that's problematic. So it took swapping Vergamcar to Smite and just resetting like 8 or 9 times. I was checking emails and things, so it wasn't a big deal. But I just had to keep resetting, but there we go, 6.8, which I believe for normal is above the 6.6. So I'm yet again good. I've done the Hydra shuffle on what would be probably considered the hardest rotation. And I've succeeded. So yeah, it's only going to get better from here. This was definitely a rough rotation in general, but overall it felt pretty a-okay. We got our second Tortured Helm soul in the shop. We're going to purchase that bad boy, work on his progression. I'd love to get him possible to the 3rd rank, at the very least, because that soul progression is very important for his miracle heal and the devil lad. Yeah, summon rushes tomorrow. The fusion begins. Our new upcoming fusion person is in the Gaellen Pact. Is a cow. Skinwalker. It is, where is it? Oh, Loriaka, Great Hoof, kinda mid, semi-mid. One good ability, this thing, block buff with a boost. Decreased res is kind of meh. A1's pretty meh. Passive, super meh. Good stats, but, you know, mid support. Back burner champion will still get her, but, you know, not the most inspired. Dragon on, champ on. Currently going to focus on Dragon, obviously. So, that's the play. That's the plan. Dragon it is, dragging it up. Unsure what the summon has planned for us. I don't know what they're going to want me to spend. I don't know what I'm going to be comfortable spending for these shards here, so we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they don't try to milk us dry for our sacreds, like the Lego book. But, yeah, it's going to be a questionable one at best. So, the Great Hoof Lorca Summon Rush portion has begun. These are our current shards we're sitting on. There's actually a 10x of which we don't really care. Only person here we would actually care about would be Trumbor. He's pretty good for, well, a variety of content, I guess. He's got a really good ability. Ally Protect, increased defense for 2 turns. And he's a good passive also. But yeah, he's just kind of like mid. But the unfortunate part is the event for the Summon Rush. And this lines up with the fact that for some reason this fragment event is very short and there's not many events. And there's 2 Summon Rushes here and here for 20 points, which makes up, you know, 40 out of 6 or 40 out of 100 of the fragments you need. And then the other event occupies. There is no champion chase in the middle. That's just it. You just have to do both of those, which is like really, really brutal, honestly, because then it's like, okay, you gotta pull 7 sacreds, right, to get to the second tier fragment. Then 7 sacreds here, so that's 14 sacreds. Okay. So you get your 5 from Dragon, 5 from Champ Chase. Okay, 5. So you get, so basically after those 2, right? Do every other event here basically. Even if you do all the top events, so that's 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That's 35. Okay, plus 40, 75. So you need 25 extra points somehow. So you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then half a Dungeon Divers. That's a route if you want. But that's like super brutal. There's 2 champ trainings you'd have to do. Of which is only 1 tier of fragments. There's no second tier of fragments in this champ training. And the question then becomes, resource-wise, is this cow worth me spending at the well, you know, 14 sacreds, when I'm at the point where if they announced a guaranteed event tomorrow for someone like, you know, Kurgar Deathbell, which was like a more recent Gaellen, for 25 sacreds, I would a billion times over rather have that than rather have the Skinwalker, who's going to sit in my vault, and those 14 sacreds are going to probably go towards hitting nothing I need. And it's not that her kit is bad, it's just, it's meh at best, right? But like, she doesn't really do anything for me. I would love, this ability would be so much better, right? This is her big claim to fame, realistically. She has the decreased res, which is rare, but it's kind of a meme. You'd have to have increased accuracy, because placing this requires her having accuracy, and it can weak hit, and it can miss. It's just like a shit show. And her passive is cool, but it prevents her from being tuned, so that sucks in itself. But this ability is her best thing she has. It's a 2-turn block buff, so that's a 3-turn cooldown that has a turn meter boost. It's a small boost versus the big boost of 30. But the biggest problem is, it doesn't even cleanse. It's proactive and not retroactive. So it places a block buff, but it doesn't cleanse. Now compare that to someone like Pythion's ability, right? Which does the cleanse, does the heal, and then it's a block buffs, you know, debuffs. So it's just like, what the fuck is happening here, you know? If there was someone's ability that was better, like another Skinwalker, Hackhorn Smash Sword, cleanse, then it's a block debuffs, then it's a bigger heal. Like, you need that cleanse to have this ability make sense, and if it doesn't have the cleanse, it doesn't make sense. Her stats are good, but yeah. No, long story short, I'm skipping this event, unfortunately, because there's no way to do this event without pulling a ton of sacreds. If there was a champ training in the middle, or if there was a champ training that had 20 points, and there was a champion chase, I can get the bottom chest to the summon rush through like scraps, you know, shards. I have some shards. I could probably make that work with the gems I have, but I don't want to pull sacreds for this because it just doesn't seem worth it. And there's less points in the table, so if you don't win a tournament, there's only 115 points. If you don't top in both the summon rushes, you're 15 under. You're at 85 fragments. So I'd have to win tournaments, which is, I'm not winning 3 tournaments. I can maybe win 1 tournament if I really balled out. So long story short, I'm at the point in the account where I'd much rather, longevity-wise, just keep hoarding sacreds until there's a guaranteed event. Or at least until I'm at 30 sacreds, where I feel comfortable to be able to spend some. But at 25, they could easily do a guaranteed for 25, you know, since I'm at 24. So, long story long, I'm skipping the cow. Which means during this event I can also focus on, well, anything else but the cow. So I'm gonna just go back to resource hoarding, because that's what I think makes more sense for this account. I don't think getting the cow is worth 14 sacreds at the moment for me, and all my other resources. So, well, since we you know, aren't doing the cow, we spent some time, and I made Targala 60, and I'm working on her masteries currently. We're gonna keep pumping these masteries until she's done, and her gear as of right now, she's in Stone Skin 2 set, or she's in broken nonsense pieces because we're waiting for the artifact enhancement event. But ideally, we'll put her in obviously full Stone Skin. So I'm just waiting to get a pair of crit gloves, either damage or rate. I'd prefer rate off of Hydra, and then we'll just keep her going in that. Really, I'd much prefer to, instead of using Zargala, to use King Garog. I think he's just a better Zargala and for what he does, but he's not booked. Now, our current book situation for tag team was working on Uko. Big Pig's done. I'm sitting on one book, so, you know, don't have really many books there. But once we get those books going, it'll be back. We've tanked down to Bronze 4 again. Not really by choice, I would say. But I've been kind of lackadaisical on it, so yeah. What I have been doing is I have also not been working on my tag teams here. I should be swapping out some of these units for, like, my second pig should go in here. And we should see if this works better. I also should be manualing, honestly, these. But I have to start doing more tag team and getting back into Silver 1. And maybe getting to creep into Silver 2. I'm not really sure. It's really much of a process. But overall, tag team's okay. I just have to take the time to do it. So maybe we'll take this 3 weeks now that we have some more free time thanks to the cow not happening, to spend some time doing tag. And again, my teams are good. That's not really the issue. It's just spending actual time manualing. Can no longer auto. I kind of just have to manual these fights. Getting double Hydra loot, though, has been super beneficial for a lot of these people. What am I doing here? Well, I guess I'm just going to cleanse. I could just kill her. Or I could try to fucking kill Syl. Oh, close. This is going to do it, though. Big bonk. And that's a weak hit. Yep. Here's my third team's my weird team still. But having Big Pig now should help a lot. Look at that. Accuracy, decreased buffs. That should make a substantial difference. I almost want to take out somebody, but I'm not sure who I'd want to take out. Just the stun, right? Donk donk. Yeah, Fushan's great in his stone skin. And honestly, Siege Hulk is super underrepresented. He hits like a fucking truck. And this is with decreased attack on. Easy Yannick kill. But yeah, I'm not sure. He's kind of the flex spot that I would probably want to work on, if anything. But stun set Uko really carries. Also, don't forget that when using an attack that has 4 hits at random, it's not truly random. The first hit will always go towards what you target. So if I target Thenacel, that first hit will always hit Thenacel, no matter what. Good to know. It actually makes the difference a lot of times in a fight. Alright, time to do a bunch more tag team. I can pretty much fight any of these teams. It's just a matter of manualing. I just kind of go down the list and fight as I see it. Even these teams that like are blender comps, you know, I lose the pig, but like, I'll probably still win this fight, unironically. If you think I'm lying, just watch and see. The might of the rat knows no bounds. And they should all be dead here, because the second they get to go, pop, pop. And this is going to be interesting, because this is the team that I basically never lose on. But as soon as I said that, let's see if I lose. But no, unironically, I never lose in this team. It's real hard to lose. This team is beefed out. Danig is the silent killer. Is the true fear reduced accuracy on Danig is like super good. Big hit. Bog down. Let's kill Uko next, because she's going to be the problem child. This should just take her out. Well, I want to kill Uko. I don't want her to proc her passive. Dunk dunk. Okay, now what's going to happen here is the real question. I did get to go, and they didn't cut. Any stuns? 2, 3. Not bad. Alright, let's get a big hit here. Boom. More stuns. Do I want to nuke? I think I just want to take out Syl. Yeah. Take out... Oh, that's right. UDK. Oh, man, I forgot about UDK. Oh, he's back now. I think I want the speed up, unironically. Okay, we gotta take out UDK. This is gonna hurt me, though. And big hit. Nice. Okay. Can we get her stunned? No, she's gonna res. Man, this is annoying. Double hit. Any stuns? No. UDK is getting absolutely shrimped, though. He's getting really knocked down by Siege Hulk, but this is, like, problematic. Oh, that fear was brutal. Stuns. Big hit. Kill UDK. No, weak hit. Oof. Let's play smart here. Let's play smart here. Let's play smart. She'll probably UDK. AoE should kill them both. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. And the piss jar for the win. Bonk. All right, more victory. You see, this is what I mean. I can just kind of keep progging my way through. Yeah, that last team is real suspect. Uh-oh, counters. Uh-oh, counters. Uh-oh, counters. Uh-oh, counters. Big pig, piss jar. And let's hit it with the shield. And then let's drop the Angar nuke. Boom. Okay. There's a lot of damage out here. There's a lot of damage out here. When they start getting to go, they're going to start dying fast. And let's pop these bombs now. I think they're just kind of dead. The second that UDK gets to go, he should be just dead with... Oh, he's so low. Look how low he is. Okay. Try the taunt. Almost all of them bogged down. They got some res on them, huh? Get the fears out. And let's just protect ourselves. I want to protect ourselves against the taunt from Vizix. Let's do this. The stun from Syl might be annoying. Let's try to kill... Roshguard. We got resisted. And big hit from Krisk. Nice. Werewolf's going to come back. He's going to try to kill somebody. He's dead. Big hit from Danig on Syl. And we should be good. Alright, now here's the spooky team. Okay, I didn't get cut. We gotta get to go. Piss jars are out. Stuns are going out. The big hit. They're all stunned. Oh, it doesn't matter. Lol. Okay, so we just win. He's gonna die to shred. The huge shred, probably. Big fucking shred. 100,000 damage shred. It all missed. Cool. I just kind of want to shoot my shot to see if I can hit a Trumbore off of the 10x. So I'm just going to pull Ancients until I hit an Epic. And then if I don't hit a Trumbore, that's fine. I'll just stop at the Epic. Seems to be a fair trade-off. I don't want to really expend resources for real. But a couple Ancients here and there, you know, that's acceptable loss, I would say. Just until we see a purple. If I hit, you know, the Trumbore, it's fine. If I hit a duplicate Ugo, that's also probably okay. I mean, that's fine too, honestly. This has worked out, I think, very well. So Tagore we didn't have. He's actually an orc we wanted too. He's really good. I think he's really solid. He is, well, it was four Ancients we just spent for that. I accept this trade. He has an AoE double hit with increased defense on the ally with the lowest current HP, which is a weird A1. Very weird. His A2 AoE increased speed buff, and he heals all allies by 50% of this guy's HP. 3-turn, really good ability, honestly. AoE attack, so it does whatever damage. Speed buffs, that's also always good. And it's a heal based off of his HP. He's a support, he has high HP, nice. His A3 is a full revive with a shield. No turn meter fill. Very weird revive. So revive all allies, no turn meter fill. His passive decreases the damage allies receive by with 50% of HP or less by 10%. So if they're on half HP or less, they do it. But I just really wanted him. I think he's pretty solid for things like the secret rooms in Doom Tower. He'll be really useful for that eventually. It's one of the champs that we just didn't have. I think he's one more beautiful addition to the Gaellen roster. Always good to see a welcome face.